amen. But she's a student up in Montgomery County Schools, amen. And I'm going to let her, I want her to come. She gave a speech. She gave amen. In the old church, we used to call it a recitation. Remember that? We used to call it a recitation. In the old church, amen. But she gave a speech, amen. And I'll let her come up and give that in celebration of Black History Month. We want NYRENE to come. NYRENE to come.
Good morning, church. Yesterday I was in the J. Franklin Bourne Bar Association 2019 oratorical competition. And we were given the task to answer the question, have we bypassed the promised land? And it was based on a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King's last speech that he gave on April 3rd, 1968, which is, I just want to do God's will. And he's allowed me to go up to the mountaintop, and I've looked over, and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we, as a people, will get to the promised land. And me and my peers were, challenged to take this speech and apply it to how society is moving today, and have we really reached the promised land, or have we bypassed it? Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., in a speech on April 3rd, 1968, made a reference to the promised land. When he made this reference, he was speaking of a time in society where one does not need to march, sing, or fight for their freedom. And honestly, the promised land is a time in society that we are still striving to reach. We are much closer today than we were in Dr. King's time, but we still have a long way to go. Nonetheless, the progress that we have made is significant. Just in 2009, the first Black president was elected into office and served not only one, but 2 terms. I believe that if Dr. King was still with us today, he would consider this us taking one step forward towards the promised land. Also, this achievement proves how far we have come in comparison to when Dr. King was still with us. And when I refer to we, I refer to the we that Dr. King was referring to when he said, I want you to know tonight that we, as a people, will get to the promised land. The we that Dr. King then, and that I today refers to, not only the Black people that are still fighting for their rights, but it refers to the people that don't take no for an answer when they are told no due to race, sex, or age. The we is the people that do not sit quietly when injustice is being displayed in the justice system or in society. The we is the people that left school to march and vocalize that they do not feel safe in school due to recent school shootings, gun regulations, or lack thereof. But we still must pay reverence to the civil rights movement and the original group of people that Dr. King was referring to as we, because they paved the way for us to truly, for the most part, experience our God-given rights and for giving us as a society the confidence to come together and fight for our rights. Also, because of the civil rights movement, the Brown versus Board of Education case stated that the separate but equal ruling in the Plessy v. Ferguson court case for public schools was unconstitutional and that schools should be desegregated, which is part of the reason I'm even able to get the education that I'm getting today. The civil rights movement and modern-day activists have paved the way for us as a society getting closer to the promised land. Although the nation's current leader is known for his selfish antics, causing a government shutdown for accrual, leaving 800,000 people without pay, according to BBC News, and disregarding all people that aren't like him, leaders in society refuse to let this set us back from reaching the promised land. Leaders such as Michelle Obama, Malala, Oprah Winfrey, and Barack Obama, just to name a few. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., along with past and modern-day activists, are helping us get closer and closer to the promised land. And I know, one day, we shall overcome.
Come on, we can praise God for that. Johnson in recognition of your thoughtful and articulate oratory, February 23rd, 2019. Amen. 18th Annual Bi-County High School Oratorical Contest. Amen. What school is this from?
I go to Richmond Montgomery High School, but the Bar Association held this competition. And since I got first place, I got a $1,500 scholarship.
Scholarship money, $1,500. Tell us your plans, and you're a senior, and what are your plans?
After graduation, I'll be attending Montgomery College for 2 years, and I'll be studying general studies, but when I leave, I will be pursuing my degree in forensic psychology.
God bless you. Good job. Amen.